Well, welcome back into the Polytunnel. We're now approaching the middle third or late 3rd of July, really, and we're filming this, I think, on the 25th. And in the Polytunnel, things have really come on and are growing really at a astounding rate or pace. The aubergine plants, which were planted out very late in the season, really getting away now in this little border. We've put some netting across the double doors at the end here to keep the wildlife out, and that's made a real difference, with the exception of a mole that is now really starting to annoy me. You can see where it's burrowed right the way along the side of the paving slabs, and it's gone right under there and is running its way through this border. Ideal conditions for worm hunting in here, but it's going to do a lot of damage to the roots, and I'm sure I do need to get a trap down and try and get him out of here. It's probably just a single female mole doing it all. Tomato plants really on the first planted side right the way up to the top of the polytunnel now. I'm in two minds what to do about this, as to whether I should start pruning them down or whether I just start growing the vines laterally and let them support themselves. The beauty of growing them so close together as we have done here is that they're more or less self-supporting, and we're getting some fantastic trusses of green tomatoes on these late planted. These, remember, only went out middle of May. Got a mixed planting, different varieties, some beef tomato varieties and plum tomatoes. Just look at the length of that truss on that one. I'm not sure again on the variety, because these were all just seedlings that we selected from tomatoes we were enjoying eating and decided to grow them on this season. Little orange variety there, probably ready for picking. I don't think that's going to be a red one. I think that is an orange variety. They're self-supporting. The canes have worked really well. I have let them split and go multi stemmed at the top, which is probably a mistake, but it's just, you see, you get all these little flower trusses forming, which it's still early in the season and they may well give us further tomatoes before we get the first frosts in here. I've just been picking the green beans off this catch crop that we put along the front of the path. They've done extremely well, been fruiting now for about 3 or 4 weeks, and that's what I've picked just off this 12 plants here. Really nice string beans, French varieties, 2 different varieties in here. You can see the different beans that they produce. Almost a runner bean-ish pod on that longer one, and then this one a darker green. Again, I probably can look back and find out what these varieties are, because we did grow these from a named variety seed. Cucumbers have been doing really well. Just let me show you those. Again, we squeezed them in on these end walls of the polytunnel where I could string some baling twine up towards the top supports of the polytunnels, start them off at least. But by growing them close proximity to tomatoes, just look what's happened. They've run through this first row of tomatoes really nicely. See the little cucumbers coming on that? We've been picking cucumbers for about 2 weeks now, and just look at those two. That one's definitely ready for cropping, and there's a third one right the way down there. I do have to fight my way in down this little back passage that I've got, and I can actually make my way round into that back corner to see what's on there. We've got them growing in this corner, the far corner, and that corner. Didn't plant any in this corner. One problem that I am getting with the tomatoes that we've started to pick, just let me go back under the strawberries. You see here, I've started taking some of these lower leaves off to try and get some light through here, but made a big mistake again, rookie's mistake, of planting a butternut squash plant on that far wall, and just look at the amount of foliage and leaf growth that that's putting up. It's running all the way through these tomatoes. Thought it was going to be a great space filler, but actually what it's done is just block that back entrance and access through to the back row of tomatoes off. But they're starting to ripen up, but I am getting some splitting of the fruit. That's not a good example. They look okay on the front, but I had noticed, let me go in here, see if I can find an example. Yeah, these plums look all right. There, look. Classic. Let me get it in focus. Splitting, and I think this is a watering issue. I suspect too much water, and what I have actually done is cut down the number of minutes that the auto irrigation system is watering these tomatoes now. I'm going to try and take more of this lower leaf off some of these side shoots, which I've been pretty lazy. You can see why I've left that one on. It's got another full truss of tomatoes growing on it. That's just a little leaf node side shoot that I've been cheeky and left on. But I do want to try and get some more light down into this. They're starting to ripen up nicely, but the problem for me as much as anything is getting access into the middle row and finding out, see, look there, that's butternut squash growing up here, almost to 3 foot in the middle of my row here, and the same on this side. Again, really need to get in here and do some tying up. That's my main shoot, that's my side shoot coming out of the leaf that I need to take out, but it's pretty densely planted. Strawberry plants just about exhausted the compost in these hanging baskets, I think. Just the last little remnants of fruit, and then I think I'm going to take my opportunity and try and get all these runners potted into some fresh compost. But again, we had one watering disaster with this auto watering system. There's one of the sprinklers that hang down from this pipe work that we put in. These I've moved into the middle because they were just getting waterlogged. They were getting too much water. This one was freshly planted this year and has established really nicely, and I think I've got another one of those somewhere that's done really well. Where is it? Aha, hiding in these tomatoes in there. There again, this one's looking really healthy. Some nice fresh strawberry growth, really healthy leaf growth, and putting out some runners that will hopefully stay in those over winter and give us some strawberries next year. But this one, overwatered, compost went sour, everything's rotten off, and I really need to empty that out completely because the water was just sitting on the top, hadn't put enough drainage in it. So one disaster out of 3. Generally, I'm very pleased with how we're coming on in here. Would like some more tomatoes ripening on a regular basis, so we're picking big volumes out of here throughout the rest of July and into August. So I think what I need to do now is start exposing some of this lower fruit and trying to get some of that light, particularly from the southern aspect. Next year I probably won't plant quite as many cucumbers along the outer aspect there to encourage the light through this polytunnel plastic and ripen these up quicker. Still some strawberries, as you can see, to pick. The basil haven't really got around to using because we've had such good pots in the kitchen that I've rotated through the conservatory this year, so lovely to grow that on, but it's looking a little bit sad and exhausted in the compost. That's a little plant that I just bought back from one of the rental cottages somebody had left in, and I think that's going to get away. So probably the best thing I could do with this actually would be to break it up and plant it into a row that that bit of bare soil, and this gives me an opportunity to plant this basil out. I think it will keep going much better and for longer than it will in this little crate. So there's my update on the polytunnel. Starting to pick tomatoes, plenty of beans, plenty of cucumbers. No sign of red peppers or aubergines because we were so late with those and the chickens got them. And again, next problem with that's going to be the mole run, isn't it? So I really need to take care of that and just address the issues with the watering system so that my tomatoes aren't splitting. If you've got any advice, tips or suggestions, do leave them in comments. We read everything. I'd love to hear from you if you've got the solution to some of the issues that we've discussed here this afternoon. Thanks for watching.